If you were thinking about buying a home this year, but have put your plans on hold because of rising housing prices and mortgage rates, there's something you should consider. Renting a property doesn't come with all the responsibilities associated with home ownership, and you have more flexibility as you aren't necessarily tied down to your property. While owning a home gives you a sizable investment, but it does come at a big cost up front and over the long run as well. Owning a home isn't always better than renting, and renting is not always as simple as it seems. Here, we highlight some of the key differences between renting and buying. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about working, eating, sleeping, playing, many of the things here in Maryland or Washington DC, then make sure you hit that subscribe button right below. Click the little bell so you're notified every single time we do a video. And if you're thinking about moving, relocating, or coming here to stay, make sure to give me a call, shoot me an email, or send me a text. Let's start off with renting a home. The biggest myth about renting is that you're wasting away your money every month. This is not necessarily true. After all, you need a place to live, and that always costs money in one way or another. While it's true that you aren't building equity with monthly rent payments, not all of the costs of home ownership always go towards building equity. When you rent, you know exactly your housing costs each month. This amount is indicated on your lease so you can plan accordingly. In some cases, your landlord may also include other costs within that amount, such as utilities, storage, and homeowners association fees if you live in a condominium. As a renter, you may face rent increases each time your lease is up for renewal. These rent increases can be even steeper if you live in certain parts of town. This may not be the case if you live in an area with rent ceilings and rent control, which limits how much a landlord can increase the rent. Renting means you're able to move whenever your lease ends. However, it also means you could have to move suddenly if your landlord decides to sell the property or turn your apartment complex into condo. Less drastically, they may just increase the rent beyond your means. Number 4, owning a home. Home ownership brings both tangible and intangible benefits. Not only do you have your own home, you can make decisions about the look and design of the space, but you also get a sense of stability and pride of ownership. Keep in mind though that changing your mind about where you're living can be very expensive since real estate is an illiquid asset. You may not be able to sell when you want, and even if you do, you may not get it at the price you want, especially if the housing market is down. Even if it's up, there are significant transaction costs associated with selling your property. The overall cost of home ownership tends to be higher than renting, even if your mortgage payment is lower than the rent. Here are some expenses you'll be spending money on as a homeowner that you generally do not have to pay as a renter. First off, property taxes. Also trash pickup. Some landlords require renters to pay this. Water and sewer service. Some landlords require renters to pay for this. Pest control, tree trimming, homeowners insurance, pool cleaning if you have one, lender required flood insurance in some areas, earthquake insurance in some areas. Mortgage interest can make up nearly all of your monthly payments in the early years of a long-term mortgage. It can take as many as 13 years before more of your payment goes towards the principal balance in a 30-year home loan. You'll spend about $72,000 in interest for a $100,000 loan at 4% for 30 years. Admittedly, you'll recoup some of that in tax deductions if you can itemize. And let's not forget repairs and maintenance, which can be very costly. You may find yourself with an unexpected leak in the roof, and replacing your roof could cost an additional $12,000, which may not be covered under your home insurance policy. So key differences. Number 1, property values. Home ownership is often touted as a way to build wealth, but like any other investment, certain factors can positively or negatively affect the value of your home, including economic issues, maintenance, environmental concerns such as nearby landfills and hazardous waste sites, outdated interiors, exterior conditions, your unruly neighbor's front yard, can also impact your home's value, and then also housing surpluses. So these factors can, of course, affect you as a renter too. For instance, negative factors may help lower your rental costs. After all, the landlord may be desperate for income and may end up slashing the monthly price. Number 2, there's tax benefits. Homeowners may benefit from certain tax benefits. The home mortgage interest deduction reduces any out-of-pocket expenses during the early life of the loan as long as deductions are itemized. Of course, if you rent, you get no mortgage tax deductions at all. Keep in mind that you can still take the standard deduction that's available to all taxpayers. The same is true for homeowners who don't have enough deductions to itemize individually. Number 3 is repairs and maintenance. Being a homeowner means you're responsible for maintenance and regular upkeep. These can be very costly, and renovation projects don't often increase your home's value by more than what you spent on them. If you live in a community with an HOA, it may take some homeownership chores off your plate. That will usually cost a few $100s a month, but beware of the headaches that association membership can entail. If you rent, your landlord will take care of all the repairs and maintenance, though of course they may not be done as quickly or as well as you would like. Number 4, time commitment. If you like having your evenings and weekends to use as you please, if you work long hours, or if you travel frequently, then the time commitment that comes with home ownership may be more than you want to take on. There are always projects that you will need or want to take care of, from finding a plumber to replacing the rusted out pipe and repainting the bedroom to mowing the lawn. Number 5, special considerations. The decision to rent or own depends on your financial situation. That's what it really comes down to. But it's also about your comfort and vision for your future. Before you do anything, be sure to weigh the risks involved, especially with buying a home. Ultimately, the decision to rent or to own is not just financial, it's also emotional. So number 3, is it better to rent or own a home? There is no definitive answer as to whether renting or owning a home is better. The answer depends on your own personal situation and your own personal finances, your lifestyle, and your personal goals. You need to weigh out the benefits and the cost of each based on your income, your savings, and how you live. Number 2, is renting cheaper than owning a home? Renting can be a very predictable expense. You know what your costs are upfront and can plan accordingly, at least for the duration of your lease. On the other hand, if you enjoy a lavish lifestyle, you may find renting to be more expensive than owning a home. Even if there are repairs and regular maintenance you have to make with purchasing real estate. Number 1, is home ownership a good investment? Buying a home can be a very good investment. You may be able to build equity, but as with any investment, just how well your investment performs depends on a number of factors. When it comes to real estate, factors like location, the economy, maintenance, and environmental concerns can affect the overall value. And keep in mind that it's never static, so things can change. If you're weighing your options between renting and buying, it's important to look at the full picture. While buying a home can feel like a daunting process, having a trusted advisor on your side is key. Work with an agent to explore your options so you can learn more about the benefits of home ownership today. I hope you found this information helpful. Thanks for watching, and if there's anything you guys think I forgot to include that somebody should know before making a decision to buy or rent, please leave it down in the comment section below this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share and subscribe, and if you found this video useful, check out this video right here to my left. That's it for now. See you at the next video.